All right, whenever you're ready.
Okay, recently there was a bill passed which allows young illegal immigrants to be able to attend for higher education. It also allows them to work legally in the United States. But what happens to the parents who are not eligible for an amnesty or for the bill that was passed? I lived through this in first person point of view, and I know the obstacles that illegal immigrants face throughout their days. I believe an amnesty should be granted to illegal immigrants which show to be no harm to the United States. Today I will discuss the reasons why an amnesty should be granted, long-term effects on immigration, and who should be granted an amnesty. In case you don't know, Latinos are descendants from a very diverse group from Southern Europe. Their religious background would be the explanation to why they hold special value. Illegal immigrants bring special values and greatly influence our communities. To Hispanic families, they value family, they value respect, manners, and relationships. An example would be that Hispanic families welcome everyone into their home. If you've ever been to a Hispanic home, as soon as they open the door, they offer you water, they offer you food, they offer you to sit on the couch, they offer you burritos, taquitos, tacos, whatever they have in the house to make you feel welcome. If you haven't tried it, you should try it and you should see it for yourself. Another example would be saying thank you. A lot of Hispanics are very thankful. After every meal, you have to say thank you for the meal, and in response, everyone will tell you "buen provecho," which means we're glad you enjoyed it, or something along those lines. We say thank you for everything. I mean, if you get a bad grade and you're speaking to your teacher about it, after, if you're frustrated, it doesn't matter. You have to say thank you. Like, that's just how we are raised. And I think together as a diverse culture, we could build something that other countries would envy. A fact sheet of Ohio University say that Hispanic families instill their children the importance of honor, good manners, and respect for authority and the elderly. What about the economic issues? How would it affect? Economically, the country is benefited by an amnesty towards illegal immigrants. The limitations on spending is an obstacle why Hispanics can contribute to the economy more than they should and they could. For personal experience, my dad owns a company in which we install security cameras, and I've met plenty of small business owners who have been through these obstacles and who have managed to get through these obstacles. They have a lot of limitations on spending, from buying homes and buying cars, also making loans for a very successful business. An amnesty would grant these illegal immigrants to be able to spend more money and be a greater influence in the economy. A quote says by Philip Connor, an immigrant specialist, says migrants are moving out, but also moving up. As the economy of illegal immigrants grow, they will contribute to their home country's economy. On the immigration issue, I believe that an amnesty would allow other countries to be benefited as well, which will slow immigration rates. As these individuals get opportunities to be able to have more money, they also help their countries as well, their family members over there. An amnesty followed by the strict border surveillance will lower the immigration rates. Americans should realize what they have and all the opportunities they have, because I feel like other countries, individuals in other countries suffer from like eating and go through like throughout the day with a tablespoon of sugar used to meet their needs of food. The Pew Research determined that there is more support among white college graduates for permitting illegal immigration to stay in the country legally. Not everyone is against an immigration law, an amnesty. The counter-arguer may say that illegal immigrants are unskilled. The main reason why these illegal immigrants are unskilled is because of poverty. They go through situations that you would never think of, and they're not able to go educate themselves because they have to work in order to help their families even survive. They don't lack a brain. They show to manage tough circumstances, just like getting over here was a tough situation for them to do. Leaving their families, it was a tough decision for them to make. But once they're here, they're able to manage through those obstacles and be able to succeed, even if they lack social security and all the opportunities that we all know we have. A recent study by UCLA, North American Integration and Development Center, estimates dream-eligible children and young adults will generate between 1.4 trillion to 3.6 trillion in income. These are illegal immigrants who are also young and are benefited by the DREAM Act, but they come from families of illegal immigrants. Today I have talked about the reasons why an amnesty should be granted, from values to the economy. Who should be granted an amnesty? I could easily have discussed the benefits of young immigrants and the DREAM Act students. But why talk about them when you don't give credit to the ones who raised them?
I'm sorry, I meant to remind people, Lance is supposed to do the written evaluation. Nick Malloy is supposed to do the oral evaluation. Nick, you got some comments for Josue?
He just slipped out.
Oh, good timing. All right.
Should we wait for him?
No. I'm going to continue. Just give me a second here. All right, Josue, I think you identified the topic that you're going to be talking about pretty clearly. I think the attention device could be a little stronger, but I do like the idea that you have at the end of the exit line, but your delivery kind of undermines it. You need to sell it a little bit more. You're kind of reading still, and you need to get a little bit more energy in there. Otherwise, I think it's a really good idea. It's very well organized in the body of the speech. It was easy to follow, and there's good labeling of those points as you transition from one idea to the next. I think you have pretty good information in the presentation. I do think you want to be careful about the stereotyping that you do at the beginning on Hispanics. The idea that illegal immigrants are primarily Hispanics, I think, needs to be documented. That seems to be the argument here. It almost comes across like we should only allow an amnesty for people from Latin countries, and I'm not sure that that's really the inference that you want to be making here. The argument about the dreamers and the impact that they could have on the economy, I thought that that was pretty reasonable, although it does sort of contradict the conclusionary statement that you're making. This is we shouldn't be forgetting the folks who brought them here also. You had a little bit of data about the impact on the economy. You've got some good personal examples to give you a little bit of credibility and to kind of give the argument some context. You need a little more practice because you're still reading, and the pacing is a little bit off. All right, thank you.